Hello everyone, good evening. Our today's webinar topic is on harmonic patterns, and my name is Mayur Salunke and I am from Mumbai support team. Okay, and now we will move on to the our today's topic, that is the harmonic patterns. But
Hello.
before moving to the harmonic patterns, I would like to tell you that hello. Yeah. So before moving to the harmonic patterns for today's topic, I would like to tell you that we are having one more secret setup in our Spider software. Okay, which I will be revealing when we end up our this today's sessions. Okay, so we will start to our this today's topic. So the first point, as we can see, that is for the introduction to the harmonic pattern. So what are the harmonic patterns? So harmonic patterns are a specific formations used in technical analysis that can help traders understand the price action and forecast where prices may go next. So basically this harmonic pattern is mostly useful for finding the reversals. So where we can find a top or where we can have a bottom. Okay. So if I want to show you an example for Nifty, because right now we are all almost on top. So right now here we can see, okay, so here we can see there is a harmonic pattern forming. This is a Nifty futures chart, and that too on a weekly time frames. Okay, and as we can see here, we are having a harmonic patterns on a weekly time frame. So we will explore more what are these, how these particular patterns are forming, why does these colors are showing up, and what are these levels. Okay, so in such way we can see this particular harmonic patterns are formed on the charts automatically. We don't need to calculate or draw it, but mostly the harmonic patterns are drawn manually, but due to our spider software it is plotted over here automatically. Okay, yeah. So how does the harmonic patterns are formed? Okay, so harmonic pattern relies on the Fibonacci numbers. Okay, it is formed in a 5-point structure or a 4-wave formations. Okay, so 4-wave formations are XA, AB, BC, and CD. Okay, and this patterns looks like M pattern or W pattern. Okay, so how does that looks on the charts that I will show you? So here we come up on the charts. Okay, we will now move on the daily time frames. Yeah. So here I now come on to the Nifty spot. So I just scroll back. So here we can see there is one bearish pattern formed very far earlier in 2019, 2020. I'm sorry. Okay, so here we can see it is forming kind of a W pattern. Okay, here I have given a color of a bearish, that is a red color. Okay, if I want to make a color changes for these harmonic patterns, so I can go to the settings. Here we have a color settings option. Okay, then we have a separate tab for harmonic pattern, and we can make the changes for the colors. Okay, so for bearish I have mentioned this light red color, and for bullish I have mentioned the dark blue color. Okay, so here we can see the harmonic pattern has been formed. Okay, and as I said, it is considered based on the 5 points or 4 waves. Okay, so how does these 5 points are plotted? Okay, so this is a specific bearish pattern. So this pattern has been started from this point over here. Okay, so from here we can see we got a down move. Okay, so this starting point is called as a X point, and then we got a retracement downside. So this is called as a A point. From this A point we got a retracement for this previous down move. Okay, so this is a X A, and this is a B point. Okay, from again B point we got a retracement. So this retracement is for the previous up move, that is from A to B. Okay, and then this fourth point is called as a C point. Okay, so this is basically a retracement, and from this retracement we got an extension for the last point, that is called a D. Okay, so D is the last point where we have a reversal. Okay, and from there we get to know which particular harmonic is forming and where the prices are going to head. Okay, so here we can see this is a XA, then from A to B, and from here B to C, and again C to D. Okay, now we move on to the next slide. So in next slide, how to enable these harmonic patterns in spider software? Okay, so it's very simple. We move on to the charts. Okay, I right click on the charts, I go to this chart settings. Here we have a separate tab for harmonic. As I click on that harmonic, so here we can see swing reversal percentage. So we can specify the percentage whichever we want. Okay. Then we mention show harmonic pattern and show partial harmonic pattern. And then simply we click on set. So wherever the harmonic pattern has been formed, it will highlight over here in this formations. Okay. Next, how to scan the harmonic patterns. Okay. So moving on to scanning part of the harmonic pattern. So here we go to this query. We click on this harmonic pattern scanner. So as I click on this harmonic pattern scanner, I get this pop-up. Okay. So this particular left-hand side here, we can see we have a filter conditions. Okay. So this filter conditions are considered when we select a group. Okay. So if I select a exchange, a whole exchange, here we can see we have a exchange, NSE cache or BSE cache. So this scanner is specifically for the cache segment groups only. Okay. If I run a whole exchange and if I want to filter the script based on this rates, quantity, its last traded date, and if I want to ignore the indices, so I can use this filters. Okay. Suppose if I select a group right now, let's say Nifty 200. So here I mentioned Nifty 200. Now we can select the time frame. So here we have three time frames. The first is intraday. So as I mentioned intraday, so I can mention the minutes over here. On which time frame do I need? Do I need it on 15 minutes, half an hourly, or hourly? So I can mention the minutes. Then here we have a second grid option, that is the daily time frames. Okay. And after mentioning a specific time frame, here we can mention the swing percentage. Okay. So if we are considering the daily time frames, we can mention 1% over there. Okay. And after we mentioned 1%, here we have two options on the left hand side bottom. The first option is for the completed, that is in the last n bars. Okay. So here we can see the last n bar is the number of bars as a 5.
वॉक करके
Just
गया मैं सोचा देखो पता है
Avinash sir.
मैं तेरे को फोटो भेजता हूँ बट फिर मेरे को तो आज तो पास कर
Avinash sir.
ऐसा भेजूंगा तो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा फिर तेरे को मन होगा खाने का भेजू क्या अच्छा कंफर्म ना
मयूर कंटिन्यू
आ रहा हूँ मैं मंडे को तूने अभी किसी को नहीं बताया ना को बोली
Yeah. So here we have the first option, that is for the completed one, and that too in the last n bars. N bar is for the specific number of bars. Okay. So here we can go to the minimum, that is for the 2 bars, because we need the confirmation over there, and maximum we can go to the 5 bars. Mayank sir, can you please ask Avinash sir to mute?
Yes, you continue.
Okay. Yeah, so here we have the first option, that is for the completed in last n bars. So now I click on run over here. Okay, so as I click on run, so it has scanned all the harmonic patterns formed in the last 5 days. Okay, so as I click on the script name, so let's say if I click on Crompton, so we can see on the recent candles, the past 5 days, the blue pattern has been formed. Okay, so what does this color means? Okay, so if we are getting a blue pattern, which means it's indicating a bullish momentum coming from here onwards. Okay, so this is the reversal point for this Crompton, and from here we can see a bullish momentum coming up. Okay, and then we move to the next example, that is for the escorts. So here in escorts we can see it is forming a red pattern, that is a bearish one. So here we can see this is this particular top, that is 1413. So this is a particular top where the escort has a reversal point to the downside. Okay, in the same way here we have the SRT transport finance, same for the bearish one, and then in Torrent Pharma we have the same for the bearish ones. Okay, so right now what we have seen, this is for the completed one. Okay, so now we will move on how we can trade this particular harmonic patterns. Okay, so this harmonic pattern gets filtered when this particular second candle has been closed. Okay, so here we need to look out whenever this particular pattern is completed on this specific candle. If that bottom is broken, we will go for the short side, taking a stop loss of this top. Okay, and how can we decide the targets? Okay, so for deciding the targets, the picks of the harmonic pattern. So here we can see this is the pick. So this is again a reversal point. So whenever the stocks comes nearby to that particular level, so here we have to start thinking to exits or to trail our stop losses. Okay, because this is the reversal point. If this is broken, then we can expect to come down to this particular second bottom. Okay, in the same way, if we look out for the recent example, so right now we have the Crompton Escorts. So if we take an example of Escorts, so here we have an exceptional example. So as I said, we will be trading below when this low is broken. Okay, but yesterday we can see there was an inside bar formation. So how can we trade that? Okay, suppose if we get an inside bar, so what we can do, whatever low is for that inside bar, that is this second candle, if that low is broken, then also we can go for the short side. The reason behind is that we have not broken the high of this particular candle where it got completed. Okay, so still Escorts is on a short side. Okay, and same here we have the SRT Transport Finance. So here also we are able to see that it's in a inside bar formation, and that too on a short side. Okay, so right now it's consolidating, so we are expecting it is having a resistance near to this particular level, that is at 1388, and we are expecting that it can come up to 1240 or 1250 levels. Okay, so right now we have seen for the completed one. Suppose if I have an advantage that in advance only, if I get to know where this particular last point is going to get created, so that will be an advantage for me. Okay, so that advantage is provided in the Spider software. And how we will now go to the settings tab. Here we have second option, that is in progress. Okay, so what does this in progress mean? So here I will show you in this particular pattern only. So as I said, it is considering the 5 points. Okay, the first point is for the X over here, then we have a A point, then we got a retracement, that is a B point, again we got a retracement, so C point. From whenever this price starts turning around from this C point, we will get a projection for the D point, so where it can complete this particular whole harmonic patterns. So for that reason, we have introduced this in progress harmonic patterns. Okay, so right now I click on this in progress and then I click on run. So as I click on run, so we can see we got a multiple examples over here. Okay, so right now I click on AB Capital. So here we can say, as I said, here the C point has been completed. So it is showing me the projection where we can have a D point over here. So this is a projection for AB Capital, that is 118.07 and 118.50 is the projection level where it can complete this bearish harmonic pattern. Okay, and from there we can have a strong reversal. Okay, in the same way we have a second example, that is for the Apollo Hospital. Okay, so here we can see it is forming a bullish harmonic pattern, but when it will get completed, it will get completed at 4183 and 4056. So this is the level where it can have a reversal to move upside. Okay, and right now also we can see there are some scripts mentioned with the highlighted range over here. So why does those are highlighted? So as I click on this Ajanta Pharma, so we can see Ajanta Pharma has already came in that range. So because of that reason, those particular scripts are mentioned in a highlighted. So if I take an example of, let's say, Biocon, so here also we can see. Okay, now we have seen that we in advance we can know where is the reversal. Okay, but if we take an more advantage of this particular in progress, so how can we take that advantage? So if I take an example, let's say AB Capital, suppose if I scan this particular in progress pattern in this days over here, when the C point has been created and we got a reversal, so here I can take a one contra trade also. Okay, so how can I take a contra trade? If the high of this reversal candle is broken, I can go for the long side, taking a stop loss of this particular red candle bottom as a stop loss. Why? Because if this low is broken, the pattern fails. Okay, and all these patterns are based on the Fibonacci retracements and extensions. So we everyone know that Fibonacci retracement and extensions are two strong levels. So whenever price approaches to those levels, they have a strong pullback or reversal from that levels. Okay, so here we can see if we take a trade above this particular high, we can go for the long side for a projection of targets of 118 and 150, 18.50. Okay, with the stop loss of this low, that is a 105. Our entry will be above 109 roughly if I take. Okay, In the same way, here we have a Apollo hospital. So here also you can see we have the C point reversal. If I scan this particular script in this region, okay, so I can temporarily go for the short side, taking a stop loss of this particular high as a stop loss and projecting the targets for this levels. So whenever the prices starts approaching to those levels, I can start booking my profits because this is a level where we can have a strong reversal in it. Okay. So in the same way, here we have a here we have Bajaj FinServ. Okay. So right now it's moving sideways, but we are expecting if it doesn't break this particular top, that is 17,263, we are expecting it can come to 14,650. Okay, we are now, everyone are looking for the markets and we don't know at what level it will stop, whether it will fall or whether it will again continue to move. Okay, but due to this particular partial harmonic pattern, in advance we were knowing that it will approach 17,100 levels. And how? So right now I will just move to Nifty futures and now I move on to weekly time frames. So in the starting, as I said, this is a harmonic pattern forming. We got this confirmation at 16,000 levels that if it doesn't break this 15,500 levels, so it will move up to 17,187 levels. Okay, only this is the not level. We have a one more second level coming up over there, and that is at 18,223. So as we can see, markets right now are in a reversal zone. So for the timing, we can have a reversal in it. Okay. If still it's started reversing, so we are having a Fibonacci level over here, which will act as a support near to the 15,500 also. Okay. But right now in advance, in the August month of starting, due to this harmonic pattern, we were knowing that markets will approach to 17,187 or it can go beyond to 18,223 levels. Okay, so this is on a future chart. Same way it is applicable on intraday time frames also. Okay, so if I move on to intraday time frames, I mentioned control I. Okay, so for going for the in harmonic pattern trading in intraday time frame, I recommend to go for the lower time frame, that is on a 3 minutes or a 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll just shrink this chart. And if I want to scan the harmonic pattern for intraday also, even we can do that. So here I go to the set query, I move on to harmonic pattern scanner. Okay, I'll just clear this grid for the completed one, which we have considered for the daily time frames. And here we move on to the intraday time frames. And here we mention minutes, that is on a 3 minutes. Okay, now we will reduce the swing percentage. Why we will reduce the swing percentage? So as I said, on daily time frame, we will be focusing for 1% reversal. And in intraday, we will move lower to this 0.38%. Why we are moving to 0.38%? Because that is a Fibonacci number, and even harmonic patterns are formed based on the Fibonacci numbers only. Okay, so for that reason we will be considering the swing percentage as 0.38. Okay, so right now I am considering the Nifty 200 only. Okay, and now I am scanning for the completed in the last 5 bars considering 3 minutes. Okay, so if I click on run, so it will scan for me on the intraday time frames, that is on a 3 minutes. So right now there is no completed pattern. Okay, so even we can go to the 15 minutes. Okay, so here we scan it over here. So we have 3 scripts which are having a harmonic pattern based on the 0.38 reversal. Okay, so the first is the Dhani. So here we can see we have an example for the intraday too. So here we were having a bullish pattern. Okay, I would have taken a trade above this particular high, that is roughly around 197. My stop loss would be at 195, and we can see in the last 15 half an hour minutes it has approached to the highs of 200. Okay, in the same way, day before yesterday, we can see here there was a bearish harmonic pattern, and from there we can see a strong pulling down. Okay, then we have a Lawrence lab. Okay, so here you don't need to confuse, because first harmonic pattern which we would have been able to see, that is for the bullish one. So if I scroll to the in this area, so we can see we will have get this bullish harmonic pattern first, and as the prices moved ahead, okay, and it approached to those specific levels, after that only I will be able to see this bearish harmonic pattern. Okay, so here if I get a harmonic pattern, after that the low is broken, I will go for the short side with a stop loss of 660, and from there onwards we can see the prices moved ahead to the downside. In the same way, we have the third example for the emphasis. Here also we can see So this harmonic patterns helps us identify what is the trend going on. This pattern helps us to even identify where is the reversal point in a price action. Okay, and all these things are being calculated automatically in the spider software. So I just need to come up to this harmonic pattern scanner and scan according to my criteria. If I am a conservative, if I am an aggressive trader, I can go. Suppose right now if I go for in progress, and if I want to take a trade, suppose if I want to take a BTSC also, even I can go for this in progress. Okay, so here I click on run. So it will scan up. Here we have a Pidilite Industries. I'm sorry, just a minute. So here we have Aarti Industries. Okay, so we can see Aarti Industries is showing a partial harmonic pattern, but its projection is at 926. Okay, so here even I can go for a contra trade also in intraday 2 for taking a BTST also. Okay, the same way here we have for the AB Capital, so it's showing for the short side. So in this way we can scan for the harmonic patterns. Okay, so as I said, how to enable the harmonic pattern in Spider software? We will right click on the chart settings, then we move on to harmonic tab. We can select the swing reversal percentage, then we click on the show harmonic patterns. So in total we are having 18 harmonic patterns enabled in the Spider software. Okay, so as I said, how we can scan the harmonic pattern? We move on to this query tab. Here we go to this harmonic pattern scanner. Okay, we can select the exchange or particular group, and then we can select the time frame. We can mention the swing reversals, and on that basis we can scan up for the completed one and as well as for the in progress one. Okay, next we can also scan completed and as well as in progress, as I told you. And how we can identify the patterns for the bullish and the bearish? We can easily identify the pattern based on its pattern colors. Okay, so as I said, if I want to make the color changes, I can go to this settings. Here I go to this color settings. We have a separate tab for the harmonic pattern. Here I can select the color for the bearish, and on that basis we can identify whether this particular stock is going for the bullish side or is it going for the bearish side. Okay, yes. So as I said in the starting of the webinar, I will be showing you one secret setup in our spider software. So right now I will just show you the secret setup for our spider, so in our spider software, and mostly that too on a nifty. So right now I just come up on the daily time frames, and here we have a setup. So this is a particular setup where we can get a double confirmation that in which direction the prices are going to head towards. Okay, and to know more about this, we will have this particular topic in our next sessions. Okay, so here we sum up our this session, and if you have any kind of doubts, you can directly contact to our this landline number, that is 022 350 18383, or even you can contact our Mayank sir and Manan sir. I have listed written down the numbers over there. Or if you feel that you want to write a mail, you can write a mail on this mail ID also. Okay, thank you so much.